Nap time.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm doing Draw My Life. I saw in the comments that someone wanted to see it, and I figured, sure, why not? You don't have to be a big channel, right? So here's my dad, and he has super duper curly hair, and that's where I get it from. And here's my mom. No, she's not a child. She is just a lot shorter than my dad, but somehow she looks like a child. Anyway, there I am in her belly, and I was born May 10th, and that's celebrating, like, blowing a thing, and there's a cake, and oh my, I really don't know how to draw. This is going to be awesome. Anyway, there I am, little Heidi, and I grew up in California, just outside of LA. Can you hear Quinn? And here is the little house I grew up in, and just so full of love. My mom and dad, and here are all 6 of us kids. And then so I have 3 older siblings, Bill, Chris, and Jenny, and then Tiffany and Gretchen are my 2 younger sisters. Yep, 6 kids. So we did have this wonderful church nearby that also had a school. So I went to private school there, and there's the Bible, and somehow it's looking like a toaster. Oh, okay. Oh my word. So yeah, so I went to that little school, and things were really great. I had a wonderful childhood where I just played and was creative and built forts and climbed in trees and almost fell out a couple times and really hurt myself, but I still did it, and it was just wonderful. I had a wonderful childhood. But that little house was getting very, very full. If everyone was in the house at the same time, there were 9 of us, because then my grandma would stay with us as well, and there was just no more space. That's my mom yelling, no more space. So we moved to Valencia, we got a huge house, and everyone seemed pretty happy. But with that change to the big house was a change of school. So that was the first time I'd ever been put in public school, and I seemed pretty happy about it at first, maybe a little nervous, but then once I actually got there, it was really bad. I got teased all the time, even by my friends I was teased, so it really wasn't like a safe place. I didn't feel like. So I started using bad language and just doing things that I wouldn't have normally done and things that I knew weren't right, but kind of just to fit in, and sort of made me happier because I felt like I fit in a little better. But yeah, I knew it wasn't right. So by the time I got to high school, I joined the flag team, like color guard, and met a lot of great girls on that team, but there was still something missing. So I started having bad dreams, probably my senior year of high school, off and on. And that's not the sun. That's supposed to be the voice of the Lord. But anyway, in my dreams, he would tell me, "Depart from me, I never knew you," which is a Bible verse. And it really, it was nightmares. It was awful. So I was that year just trying to figure out, what am I doing with my life? I'm claiming to be a Christian, but I'm acting one way at school and another way at church. So I started talking to my high school counselor at church. And she said, "Heidi, if you're that worried about following Jesus, why don't you just decide to follow him?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that easy. Okay, I'm going to commit my life to the Lord, and yay Jesus, and let's do it." And literally it was that easy. I just changed everything, all of my decisions with the Lord's help, and went to junior college and got hooked into a college Bible study right away, met a cute boy and started dating him. We were so happy. And then that wasn't John. There's John way over there. But he was just a friend of mine, and it was just really weird at first. But then we decided to date. So obviously that worked out. We started dating in December. It was the 23rd, and then we got engaged May 15th, and then we got married August 19th. So pretty much all in the same year. Oh my word. But we were so happy and just in love. That's right, Quinn. We were just in love. So we moved from Valencia for John's job all the way down to San Diego. There's my coffee. And where there are palm trees and sunshine and all the good things in life, except for friends. So I was sad, and it was like, I don't know, just very hard. I was kind of depressed back then, but getting plugged back into a church was definitely key to finding people. And then came the hardest day of my life. Awesome. I love doing this slide because it's so horrible. I'm totally being sarcastic right now because June 6th and 7th was the worst time in my entire life. My mom called and said that my brother Chris had committed suicide, and we were just shocked, completely shocked. He, tall, dark, and handsome, life of the party. No one saw it coming. It was horrible. Another difficult time in my life was around that same time. We were trying to get pregnant, and pregnant people were everywhere, it seemed. And after trying a couple years, it just wasn't happening. And all those pregger bellies were just parading around. So 5 years later, through fertility and everything, we got pregnant, and I was so happy. Apparently I beamed like the sun, wore sunglasses. I don't know why I drew that, but I was just so happy, thrilled to have my dear Aidan, and we had him October 13th, and then by the time Aidan was 1, we were already pregnant with Declan, and he was born the 9th. And then we thought we'd have another one, and that wasn't the Lord's plan. So we had another very difficult life lesson, losing our third baby that was supposed to be due July 11th or around then, and I miscarried at 11 weeks. And we weren't really sure what God was doing, but we trusted him. We actually thought, well, maybe this is it. Maybe we're just supposed to have these 2 darling boys, and that is fine. What amazing gifts they are. Everything was pretty much the same except for John's hair, maybe a little less, but everything was wonderful. And then we were shocked and amazingly happy. Could not believe that we were pregnant. We just weren't paying attention, and here she comes. Quinn, let's give you a cuter face. You have a much cuter face. There we go. So yes, obviously I'm totally in love with my baby girl, and things are so wonderful. We are very thankful for everything in our life, even through the difficult times in our past. We know that God has always been faithful, and we just give him all the glory for our life. And we just thank you for watching and enjoying this channel. And please just stay interactive with us. We love hearing what you guys have to say. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on While They're Napping.
Nap time.
Let's go.